I see you back in. We'll get this going, everybody. No? Okay. T Roy.
I think
Oh,
so.
there you go. All right, Mark. Hey, tell me, how did it
And
feel? How did it feel starting off season 15 the way you ended season 14?
T. Roy.
I think we're having technical difficulties with Mark. Let me move on to T Roy for a second, Mark.
And Baltimore's a tough opponent every time. So
Okay, let's move on to T Roy for a second. So T Roy, you guys started out hot in the first to begin the game. You dominated the time of possession for the first quarter. Um, how were you feeling the first half? At halftime, were you feeling pretty confident?
I was feeling good, knowing that Atlanta is basically, I feel like it is Alaska 2.0. Back when Alaska won, back to back to back championships, they seemed like they had no weak. In Atlanta, looks like they have no weakness. And Bryant Dynasty just play lights out, but to only be trailing as few points as we did, I was feeling good, and we started off well at the second half, but man, just couldn't close it out. But yeah, I was feeling good after halftime, that's for sure. But we couldn't get it done, and this was a tough loss, that's for sure.
Right. Hey, Chad. Tough loss to begin the season, but I mean, you guys hung toe to toe with the defending champs. So there's a lot of positives taken out of this game as well. How did you feel throughout the entire game, and how do you feel going forward?
This was a tough loss. Obviously, Atlanta being the defending champs, tremendous props to all them guys. Bryant Dynasty came out and showed why he was, one of the top players in the draft. But as far as Baltimore is concerned, I mean, we had some changes in the secondary, some change defense, but them guys really played a great game. Frank Smith, as Cam was saying, he was all over the field tonight. So really happy with the way that Frank played. Really happy with the secondary played. We had some plays that we should have made, but in the end, I mean, Atlanta came out on top.
Okay. Awesome. It sounds like Mark was having some technical difficulties. He just said he's restarting his PC, so we'll get back to him when we get a chance. Before I go to Boo, who was the player of the game tonight, I did want to mention Bryant Dynasty wasn't able to come on the show. He promised his wife dinner after the game, and I didn't want to make him break that promise. Not that I could have anyway. But I did ask him for a quote, and he said it was very exciting. I wasn't expecting to make an impact so quickly into my career. I was very happy to execute the game plan that coach put in place. So there's a quote from Brian Dynasty, who tonight 379 yards and 4 touchdowns in his rookie debut. I mean, is there anything to say but other than amazing? Unbelievable, that guy. And I don't know. I don't want to say it was the hair, but who knows for sure. Boo. Let's get you in here. Boo, 9 catches, 181 yards, and 3 touchdowns, and a Player of the Game award. How'd it feel coming out the box like this, right, coming out the gate for season 15 after winning the championship in season 14?
I mean, I just wanted to stay sharp with training camp and come on out season 15 where we left off. Crisp routes, open up the field, and give our new quarterback some targets. And I think we accomplished that.
Yeah, Siege. Let me go to you first. I was going to ask Mark this question, but let me ask you. BDG. I didn't actually see his. I think he only had like 40 yards rushing tonight.
Right.
I didn't see his receiving yards. I don't know if you guys have those handy, but he. I don't know if he seemed off tonight, or do you think Baltimore just had a really good defensive game plan that really just keyed on him? What do you think happened with Boo tonight?
Honestly, I with BDG, I think Baltimore
Or
planned.
BDG. I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
No, it's okay. I think that they were planning that we would rely heavily on BDG, and because Bryant's new, he's just learning our system and just getting into things, and it's hard to rely, especially against a high caliber team like Baltimore, just solely on his passing game. So I think with them shutting BDG down so early, it really forced Bryant to show why we picked him and have him really shine and really start his dynasty in ATL, because I really think he's going to make us go back again.
Yeah. Let me jump over to T-Roy. T-Roy, your defense was no slouch tonight either, and either was your quarterback Dazo. He still threw for 332 yards and a touchdown, and I don't believe there was an interception in the game until the very end. So I mean, you guys look super solid. Was your game plan to concentrate on BDG with your defense? And what were you guys thinking offensively? Were you just going to throw the ball? Or, I mean, because T-Roy had 72 yards, so it actually seemed like a pretty balanced attack today. What was your focus tonight?
I think our focus on defense was we felt like TJ Sear felt like Brian Dynasty was going to have a good game. In spite of the fact that he was a rookie, he knew that Brian Dynasty was going to make an impact tonight. Kept reminding us that in the locker room. So our hope was to hopefully contain BDG the best we could. We job on that. Our offense was very well balanced for sure. I love the game plan. We had time-consuming drives. We were passing the ball. It's rare to be the visiting team, and playing as lights out as we did on offense with the passing game with no interceptions. Unfortunately, as I mentioned before, just couldn't close it out with me. Couldn't get that, enough yards to force Atlanta to use all their timeouts and when they there. So we gave Dynasty a chance to do what he did, and I think what he's going to continue to do in this league. But the game plan was hopefully contain BDG. Just that Dynasty just played lights out. Defense did an amazing job. Nice job downs, help close out drives too. We just at the end, that's the one that's that's gonna haunt me for a while and not be able to finish it off.
Right. Chad, special teams played a crazy role tonight too. We had a block punt and a block field goal. I don't remember last time I saw both of those in the same game, but that had a nice little special twist to everything and gave us like a crazy score. Did you guys, when you guys had that block punt near the end, did you think that was the ball game or what?
I mean, I had a pretty good feeling after it, but this is the SFL, as we all know. So anything can happen, as it did. But yeah, I definitely had high hopes after that. But like I said before, I mean, Atlanta, we got the field goal, and Atlanta came back what they had to do.
Yeah, Mark, do we have you back now, buddy?
Let me know. Am I here?
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Hey, so Eddie Gage wants to know, was the plan, your offensive plan, to attack Chris Dodd knowing he was transitioning from free safety to corner? Was that part of your offensive game plan tonight?
Absolutely not. I didn't know who that dude even was. So we just came out to do our game plan that we do, man. There was no particular person that we were looking for. We wanted to get our big guys, the big names out there for us, and let them do what they do.
Did you think Dynasty was going to have the game he had in his very first game? I mean, you got rookie nerves. He's got big shoes to fill. It's prime time, the first game of the season. A lot of pressure goes with that. Do you expect him to throw for almost 400 yards and 4 touchdowns?
I absolutely did not. He honestly did not look that good in my sims that I've been running Baltimore all week, and this was totally a flip of what I've been seeing all week from him.
Boo, let's go back to Boo for a second. Boo, how did you have to make any adjustments to Dynasty as opposed to Marcus? Because, I mean, it looked like you were the same old Boo Chisholm out there, but obviously a rookie quarterback, a new rookie back, is going to throw the ball different. He's going to read things different. He's going to see you different. Did you have to adjust your game for Dynasty, or do you think he was just kind of a natural fit for your offense? How did that break down?
Honestly, I wasn't sure how it was going to play out. Coming off a training camp, like I said, we just wanted to see what we had in store, and I think he fit the bill, man. He fit right in. He's taken right over where Marcus Dunhill left off. I just did my same old, just run my routes. And with Sage Falco on the other side, I know we have weapons on both sides, which opens up the field for the quarterback. And he threaded the needle every time.
Yeah, unbelievable. You guys, both teams, you guys exceeded the over or the total points predicted by Jack's data, which was 51.5. I think there was like 67 points in the game, something like that. So, but most of those were in the second half. You guys really poured it on the second half. Let me go to Siege. Oh no, I'm sorry. Let me go to let me go to Siege. Siege, did you guys were you concerned at halftime at all with Baltimore's defense and the fact that they pretty much owned the time of possession in the first half?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they definitely had that game under control that whole first half. They were shutting us down, and I really didn't get. I honestly don't think I even got to catch the whole first half.
I don't think you did either. I don't remember your name being called.
Yeah, and then Jamal didn't get a catch. It was just Boo and then a little bit of BDG, and we were just kind of sprinkling it in, trying to get Dynasty comfortable. But Baltimore was holding it down, and I don't know what coach said to Dynasty that in the locker room in that halftime, but Dynasty came out throwing some dots.
Yeah, he did.
And I got some separation. Jamal was getting in there a little bit. We even got Sean Harrelson. Sorry, he got him going with his first catch as a swarm member. And he was able to pull it out. I don't know. It was just. Their defense is scary and always has been. I think they've been a top 5 defense in this league for God knows how long, and you have to respect it. They're insanely good at what they do, and you got to respect them.
Yeah, I mean, they were one of the only 2 teams to beat us last year when I played with you guys. So I mean, Baltimore's for real, and I think they're one of the top 5 teams and one of the favorites to go all the way this season. T-Roy, who does the sims for you guys? Are you involved in the simming process?
Unfortunately, I'm not because I don't have the game at all. Okay. I'm just basically a supporter. Make sure I have my teammates and make sure I have my everybody's back in the Vultures franchise. So I think the person who runs it'll be TJ, Chad, and our kicker Jack.
Okay, Chad, let me go to you then. How did the Sims look this week, and how did they compare to how the game played out?
I mean, the Sims were just kind of all over the place, really. I mean, it just depended on what game plan we were trying to do. Obviously, you had different results. So, but in the game, really, it just, it was a little different, I think. But in the end, the game plan that we had executed the game plan correctly. But like I said, in the end, just Atlanta made the plays they needed to make.
Yeah, you guys, I mean, Chima had 111 yards and a touchdown. So it wasn't like you guys, you obviously, you didn't get blown out. It was a close game. You guys both played well. Both teams played well on offense. Both teams played well on defense. Came down to the end. They made a couple more plays than you guys did, but for the most part, it was a very even game. I think if Dynasty doesn't play out of his mind, I think we might see a different result for this game. Let's move on to actually back to Mark. Mark, I'm going to ask you the same question that I just asked Chad. How did the Sims go this week compared to how the game played out?
Definitely not what I saw tonight on the field is what I saw on my Sims this week. Baltimore's a hell of a team. TJ knows what he's doing over there. Always brings the highest level of competition to every game. So I knew I was in for it. I changed up the playbook a little for Dynasty to be able to get rid of the much quicker than, say, when I had Marcus back there. So I knew he was going to be throwing a lot more quicker passes. I didn't expect so many deep passes to come from him tonight, but he was able to pull them out, man. Hats off to the young guy.
Yeah, he definitely tore it up. Falco, I asked Boo this already, but let me ask you because somebody in the chat mentioned he asked you want to know what were your feelings going into the game tonight with a rookie quarterback. I asked Boo about if he had to adjust to Dynasty, so I want to ask you the same thing. Number one, how did you feel going into it with when you were going to have a rookie quarterback, and number two, how did you have to adjust to him?
Well, I was definitely a little nervous, but it wasn't my first time dealing with a rookie quarterback as me and Marcus got drafted in the same year.
Oh, okay.
So I definitely learned how to just build that relationship with the quarterback. So we were able to just really be like, we built that chemistry during the off season, during the training camp, like Boo was talking about, and just really push for that, and what really my adjustments have been mainly just trying to get open and trying to get more separation for the cornerback so I can get Dynasty some easier throws. But honestly, he can thread that needle. I mean, we've seen it. I mean, maybe not as much in this game, but we've seen it in our scrimmages and we've seen it in our sims. Like he's definitely got potential, and once we get this progression going, like he's going to be a real monster. So
yeah, that game-winning throw was on a wire.
Oh yeah, I don't even know how he did it. I
mean, it was close. It was. I don't remember who the defender was, but I mean, he puts his hand up a couple more inches. It might be, deflection.
Yeah, it would have been game over, and 3 seconds left or something. But
right.
Wow.
T-Roy, that Hail Mary at the end of the game, you had a receiver there. I don't know if it was Chima or somebody else, but did you think that was going to happen?
I was hoping that was going to happen. It was one-on-one, too. I was like, I hope that it just goes our way, but the defender was in at the right time, be able to pick that off. Was it a tip drill, too?
Yeah. What the first guy tipped it, and then the second guy intercepted it, I think. Or
picked it off?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping that it would have tipped our way, but, again, Atlanta, they made the plays that, got them to the championship last year. They did it again today's game. They had our number today. So, but legit, I was hoping it's like, we have a chance. It's like, and there's a word I can't say right now because
we on the air.
Yeah, we on the air. I can't say the word I just said in the game, but I thought we had a chance. Yes, sir.
Nice. Hey, Mark, or I'm sorry. Let me ask Chad real quick. Who do you guys play next week?
Yeah.
Chad, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Who do you guys play next week? Do you know
I'm
who's
not 100% sure.
T-Roy, do you know? Oh, T-Roy's muted.
Sorry about that. I'm about to check it out real quick.
I think it's Charleston?
I believe it is Charleston. We're the home team.
But it's going to be at Baltimore? Okay.
Yeah.
That's going to be another close game, another dogfight for you guys. Mark, who do you guys play next week?
We head to Sioux Falls for a rematch of the championship.
Are you at Sioux Falls?
That's going to be fun.
We are at Sioux Falls.
Wow, you guys both. So after having just an incredible, close-knit game to open up your first week, you both have to go to week 2 with the same thing. Somebody asked a question. I'm looking at the chat real quick. Is Brian Dynasty the hands-down offensive rookie of the year at the game? I don't know, Mike. I think that's way too early to say. There's a lot of great rookies that were drafted, so I'm not sure. I mean, obviously he's going to be a force to be reckoned with, but I think after only seeing him, and we're going to see so many more rookies over this weekend, I don't think that it's way too early to say that, I think. Let me see. What time is it? I didn't want to make this long because I don't want to keep you guys from celebrating or Baltimore. You guys from game planning for next game or whatever. I just wanted to do like a half an hour thing with you guys, get some feedback, get some highlights done. Boo, you have any last words before we go about player of the game, first game? Way to start things off, bro.
Thank you. Appreciate that. But I just want to take my hat off to Baltimore, man. They played us tight, and I feel like Coach made some adjustments after halftime, but the game still could have went either way.
Yeah.
I mean, one play here, one play there, one score, they win the game. So hats off to Baltimore. Best of luck moving forward, and we'll see you later on in the season.
Awesome. Chad, what about you? Any last words before we wrap this up on tonight's game?
Not just a great game, Atlanta. I go drown in some mango habanero whiskey, and that's about
it. Who was next? Mark, what about you, bro? You got any last words tonight?
Shout out to my team, digging in when they needed to and getting the job done. Congratulations, Bryant, on a stellar performance and start of a career. Hats off to Baltimore. TJ, I love you. Always going to be up there banging with you, man.
Falco?
Chad, good job, T-Roy.
Okay.
Hopefully we see y'all in the playoffs.
There you go. Yeah, I almost can guarantee both of you guys will make the playoffs. Falco, you have any last words tonight before we take off?
Well, I appreciate everyone coming out. I appreciate you, Dave, for having us all on here. You know, this is a really cool opportunity. I never thought I'd be on something so cool.
I
Because
appreciate that.
I've almost listened to this every single week you've had it. But you know, and like Boo and Mark have been saying, like hats off to Baltimore. I mean, hopefully, I mean, we don't see you in the playoffs, but we know we're gonna see you there. GG's to you guys.
T-Roy, you got the last word tonight for to wrap this show up.
Well, let me also say thank you for having us on your show tonight. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you for inviting me on.
Of course.
Atlanta, awesome job as always. Y'all are the defending chaps for a reason. Y'all made the plays we need to. So good luck to you the rest of the season. For us here in Baltimore, we just gotta look forward to taking on another great team in Charleston. So we gotta just stay focused on the next week's opponent, and hopefully we'll see everybody in October and November.
Awesome. Yeah, actually, I would love to see you guys play each other in the playoffs, to be honest with you. I think that would be amazing. Good luck to both teams next week. Atlanta at Sioux Falls, Baltimore hosting Charleston. And thank you for just an amazing opening night for the season 15 for the SFL. I mean, I don't think we could have scripted it any better. Hats off to Jack's Data for calling this game a pick'em, and it literally came right down to the wire. So those guys know what they're doing with their numbers. We may or may not do some more of these shows throughout the weekend. If you guys want to do some more, let me know. Put it in the chat or DM me or Eagle or Fonzie, and maybe we'll put some stuff together. If not, then I will see you guys next Tuesday. And I just also wanted to say, whoever had Baltimore in the survivor pool, sorry, but time to rebuy. So that's good. More money for the pot. So thank you guys for tuning in. It looks like we had like 40, almost 50 people for a quick post-game thing. I think that's really cool. Thank you to Mark and Siege Falco. Thank you to T-Roy and Chad, and to Boo Chisholm for coming on last second like this and doing this kind of impromptu post-game show tonight. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys. Thank you, listeners. I hope everybody has a glorious evening, and I will see you all at the tees.